The market is melting. Here are 3 things you should do today. I know lately we have turned into an NFT channel and we are still all about the NFTs. However, Real Talk FIRE is about the FIRE journey. If you don't know the FIRE journey, that's financial independence, retiring early. That's what FIRE stands for in Real Talk FIRE. So subscribe, comment, like this video if early retirement is for you. The FIRE journey is very simple. They try to save a lot of money, over 50% of income in a very short period of time, maybe a 5, 10 year, 15 year time frame, so that they can retire off the yields of the portfolio. Typically 4% withdrawal rate because their portfolio yields them about 7, maybe even 10%. If you didn't catch that, don't worry about it. I got a ton of videos on it and there's a ton on YouTube as well. What you should take away is really to create an expense ratio summary for yourself so that you can see where you can start moving some of that money into your savings. Housing, one of the biggest expenses. Can you house hack? Can you live back with your parents for a little bit? Maybe not permanently, but at least to get back on your feet. Maybe 1 year, suck it up, maybe live on a couch for, I know it sounds crazy, live on a couch for a year. It doesn't have to be permanent. How do you move the needle to pay down your debt if you have it, or to use that money to invest? Maybe it's not the house, maybe it's transportation. Transportation, a lot of people work from home now. Maybe you could find a job finally that you can work from home. A lot more companies are hiring remote workers, more than before. So today you have a car, maybe you don't need it anymore. Take a look at that. That can move the needle around 6%. Well, the wifey needs a car, but you know what I'm saying. For your portfolio, it might make sense. Food, this is a huge one. Let me tell you this. I am a vegan and that saved me thousands a year. Thousands. I think I calculated with a friend over dinner about like 15,000 in the last 5 years that I've saved in food just from not eating meat. I do it for health reasons, but hey, I'm gonna keep on doing it because it's saving me so much money. Personal care. The fiance spends $400 a month on personal care. I don't have a personal care section. So men, you should save a lot more money than the girls. I think you get the point. And for those of you who have this already, you should look back on it probably every single month. I do this on a monthly with the wifey, and we always have things that come and change and go, and it changes all the time. Kids can pop up, emergencies can pop up. We understand that, but take a look at it, see where you can move the needle, see if you can move your savings rate up. If you have savings, then you can invest. You might think that $1 doesn't matter, $5 doesn't matter. It does matter. If you do $1 a day, $5 a day, even a week to start, it gets you in the right habit. It gets you in the right consistency so that you're prepared for the future. You might think it's a bad time to invest right now. It's absolutely the best time to invest. This is a Dow Jones average from the last 3 to 4 years. And the reason I show this is because in 2020, we had a pretty steep fall off the cliff for about 4 months straight, until we started printing money and started going back up. This is a small snapshot. This is only a 4-month, not even a recession. This is like a quick dip and back up. This might go on for like 3 to 4 years. Hopefully not, of course, maybe like a year or two. But dollar cost averaging downwards is the way to go so that you can have a low cost basis on the way up. I started my FIRE journey 3 years ago, so I have a really small sample size. But as you can see here, I bought the dip, dollar cost average every single 2 weeks. I can't even see the dip, January to April. I mean, you guys saw the chart, right? It went down, and I bought the whole entire index, which is pretty much like the Dow Jones. And I don't have an individual stock, so it should have dipped down those 4 months, but it did not. I don't know what happened. I think it's because I was buying it as it incrementally went down. My cost base is really low, and as it comes up, it exponentially grows. So this is how you grow your portfolio, so that you can get the low cost basis and ride the upside as well. I suck at picking stocks, executing stocks, shorts, things, all of that nature, derivatives. All I know how to do is just consistently dollar cost average. I don't have to think about it. That's the best part. I don't even think about it. And check it out right now. We're dipping like pretty substantially, and it's like a small, tiny blip. If that goes, substantially lower, I'm still gonna continue buying a dip. If we go into a recession for 2 to 3 years, I'm gonna continue to buy the dip, because if something worse happens than that, then America, the whole world's in trouble. It's not only my portfolio that we gotta worry about. And yes, I said it. Step 3 is to invest and have fun with NFTs during this meltdown, because this is actually a different type of asset nowadays. What I mean by this is that there's already a huge community that has businesses and livelihoods around these verticals, around these sports. Let's take NBA Top Shot, for example. Gary Vee already talked about flipping physical sports cards way before NFTs. He was teaching people how to buy Giannis's and Luka's, and kids were flipping them $800 a pop, making a ton of money on them. There's exhibitions, there's in real life meetups for collector cards, there's PSA minting, Beckett minting, I'm not minting, a verification so that they have a top score. There's already collectors that make their living off of this, and we're seeing that move into the NFT space. Same thing for NFL, I imagine for UFC as well. Maybe not Dr. Seuss, but collectibles, VV, like Disney, Marvel, there are already businesses, collectors, flippers out there that do probably a ton of money on eBay, on things like Amazon. You know, people arbitrage Amazon all the time. They send in toys, send in books, and they sell it for double the price on Amazon. And the same thing, they do it on different selling platforms all over for in real life products. What I am saying is that this 48,000 in spend could be justifiable if you have an actual business and have actual intelligence and data, and you put in a process, you can probably run NFTs like a business. And that is what hopefully I will do this year. Really dive into the data that I've gotten just for like 4 months now and try to make a business decision. Take out some money where I'm over allocated and put it into things that give me more return. I know in many videos I said I was going to deleverage, but you know what? I might actually do it this year because what I'm seeing in terms of strategy is that there's a lot better return than VV, for example, right? I can deleverage with one sale off of my NFT Ethereum platform and move all of that into VV, which could potentially give me, you know, an 826% ROI. But of course, only put in money if you have no debt and if you have a business plan. Just like going into card flipping, you have a business plan, you have a set amount of allocation. Don't go in too crazy. Don't buy the wrong thing, right? Make sure you do all your research first. Gary Vee says all the time, 10,000 hours of research and then get into it, which I totally broke, by the way, because I totally aped into a ton of NFTs that I shouldn't have. However, that's because I have my f.i.r.e journey savings rate, which is about like 60%. And also my dollar cost average, I have that set for my retirement. I'm diversified into real estate. So I have all these things that which allows me to speculate on into NFTs. Now you don't have all that stuff, I don't recommend getting an NFTs at all. If you're sweating bullets, if you're stressing out, don't do it. The best indicator is if you bought an NFT and you feel bad. You just like, oh my God, I can't believe I bought that. If it sits wrong with you, you should not be investing into NFTs at all. You follow my YouTube journey, I started talking about traditional finance before I got into DeFi and NFTs. I know it's boring, but that helped me to build the foundation to get into everything else. The message was always the same, to help people to retire early, and NFTs was the same thing, to see if it can help someone to retire early. And I'll be doing more interesting videos because some of my NFTs are earning me yield every single day, maybe even more than my index funds. And it can also happen for you potentially if you turn it into a business. Don't be so scattered like me. I do it mainly for YouTube content. Focus in on a vertical, focus in on one platform, you can absolutely crush it. If you learned something today or you just want to support your boy, smash the subscribe, like, and comment video. As always, stay healthy, stay fire. Peace.